on our third delivery and we are going somewhere interesting. I have a 2.5 ton digger and I'm having to deliver this place. I've been here before, it's an absolute nightmare. It's as you can see, unsuitable for HGVs, and I'm the only lorry on our fleet that can do it because it's rear wheel steer. As you'll see, it's not very fun, so I thought I'd bring you along to see. It's getting to it is not as bad as getting out, but it's still not great. This bit's quite open. I've been down here in an Arctic before. It's just when you get to the next bit that becomes a lot more interesting. And I'm hoping that I'm early enough not to have any issues with other cars. Just up here on the left, I believe. This one, the next one. It's one of those places that you think, oh, I don't think I can get a lorry down here. And you'd be right not to attempt it, apparently. Again, unsuitable for HGV sign, and then the narrow fun begins. My beacon's on now just to give anyone a bit of a heads up I am coming. So this isn't too bad again, it doesn't feel too bad. It's been recently-ish trimmed and there's a few little wider spots. It's just when you get round the corner it becomes a lot more interesting. Oh, there's a car, wonderful. Perfect over the spot there for it. Mirrors in the bush. Okay, when I came here last time, this left-hand turn was closed with loads of cones around it, so that also didn't help, and that's not going to help. So what I might do is, can you go there? Right, reverse back. Thank you. Someone's been down here with the hedge cutters recently and trimmed back all these bushes. Last time I came down here, it was a lot tighter. I'm just delivering to the house just here. So I will get unloaded and we will resume our recording once we get back on the road and into the more fun bits. Super speedy unload, and I have got 2 cars behind me, so this is where the fun begins. So we've got to turn right and then immediately left, and this is the bit that we run into trouble, because as you'll see it's ridiculously tight, and there's a car coming, so he's going to go the other way. Lovely. That's one mirror folded in. Let's get that back out again if I can, after we get past these hard bits. So the other side of the lorry is already in the bush. I'm going to leave that mirror, I think, for now. So I've got a wall here on the right hand side, and I've got nothing coming that side. So I need to come over this way, and then because I've got the rear steering, I can steer away from this wall. But it's ridiculous. I need to put the front of the truck in the bush here, and then just steer it tight. Hopefully not fold that mirror in, because I do need that in a minute. But I might have to. So I'm about an inch away from the wall this side. Because I've got the rear steer, when I turn, it moves it away from the wall, which is handy. Okay, and now I've got to go left here, but you're going to need to go there, so I can get round. because I've got bollards. There we go. That wasn't too bad. And then we've got another few little tight bits just with the mirrors. Not too bad. A couple of times I've come down here and there's been cars parked here a bit further out and I've not been able to get through, and I have to sit on the horn until someone comes out, which is not ideal. Unfortunately for us, we do have to get these machines into places you shouldn't really have a lorry. So that is the fun of the game, and I guess why it's one of those job roles that not many drivers want to do, because it can be stressful and it can be hard work getting in and out of these areas, but it does make for good content and good entertainment, so hopefully everybody does enjoy it and wants to watch more. Once I get out of this road here, I'm going to turn left, bring back onto the A31. But I will pull over and have a look where I'm going next. So we're just in Guildford now, just half a mile away from our collection. I do have to do a bit of shuffling around. I've got a 3246 electric scissor lift right up against the headboard of the lorry, which I've got to deliver after I've collected this one. So what I'll do is I'll unload that, load the Manitou cherry picker on, and then put the scissor lift back on again, ready for delivery after that. Annoyingly, because it's very damp out and quite foggy, and the ramps are a bit damp, I'm going to have to winch the scissor lift back on. It will just slip on the ramps. It just adds a little bit more time, which is annoying, but safety first and getting up there in the first place. So yeah, this is where the machine is actually a one-way road. We're going to walk up the no entry, access the car park, and drive back down the right way, just because it's very tight in a lorry round there. We don't need to make our life too difficult. There's plenty of places to park, and just down that no entry there is where we've got to go. So when I delivered this, I came right up to the front of the building, which was very pretty, but definitely not accessible, just round here. I just need to reverse back. So beacons on, hazards on, in reverse. Luckily we've got a reverse camera, and I can see directly behind me, which is nice. It's definitely a pleasant change from what I was used to. I used to have a Volvo FH500 Arctic with a low loader trailer, my last company, and that was a lovely truck and trailer, but definitely didn't have the luxuries of a reverse camera. Just got to watch my tail swing on some bollards there. That's fine. There we go. So yeah, the plan is I'm going to park here and get the machine. I might go and get the cherry picker first before I do any unloading, just so the ramps are up and people can see the lights. So yeah, let's do that. Right, so got my harness on, got the information, stick some gloves on. Let's head out here and just round this corner should be our machine. Yep, there it is. Lovely. So we take a photograph on arrival. Just to mark. Make note of any damage or anything like that, which I don't believe we have any. Move the cone up over here, so it's out of the way. So we photograph all the corners, just so everybody can see everything. And then I did call the customer and ask him to put the key under there. Turning on. Bringing the arms, you can see that there. We can close this off and there's nobody on site. That's that done. Right. Click on with the harness. Go up in the air. That's why. So what happened then is the boom arm wasn't fully all the way down, and that means that it travels in slow mode. So now we're a bit quicker. I do apologise about the noise, this one is quite loud. These things are always fun, these barriers, but you don't always get through them before they come back down again. You're not getting smacked in the face by them, but this time we're alright. Stick it in here for a second while I unload the electric scissor lift. Just to make sure I don't block up the road too much. That's the stabiliser legs coming down, and then the ramp comes down. Okay. Control box, turn it on. sideways, you need to go full lock and backwards, just a little bit, and then full lock. We've got good steering lock on these ones, and then round we come, just watching that wheel. Standard brush braking. And then we send it down, nice and slowly and controlled. Now these machines have an auto tilt sensor on them, so they automatically brake and go slow as they're going down hills, which is helpful and annoying. There we go. And then when you get level, they speed up again. Just make sure the chain's on. Isn't it? Right on the river. Just like that, we're on. So you can see there, that's tucked up under, and it holds it nice and secure. And I'll throw a strap up through there to make sure that pin is down, which it is. As you can see that up there, that stops the machine from rotating round, which, believe it or not, can happen. And there's been lots of cases of that happening in the past, and you know, causing fatalities if the basket's swinging out. So it's always good to have the transport box in. It's very unlikely that it's going to drive up itself, but we'll get it to the point that it will slip, which is there, and I'll get the winch. Clipped on, look back on again, give it a gentle tug, and then pull her on up. Now I don't stand behind the machines, I stand on the side, just in case the winch cable snaps, because the last thing you want to do is be behind one of these, because they are very heavy. For what they are. I believe I will have a look. The weight of this machine is 2.5 ton. So yeah, you don't want to be near that if it decides to run away with you. Okay. that's nice and secure. Solid tight chains, pulling in both directions. Basket strapped down, and all 4 sides of this chained on. Straps are done. Let's get out of it. Oh no, me glove. That's a bad day. Okay, let's go. Beacons off. So we're heading over to Havant now, to a construction site, drop off the scissor lift, and going up the A3. Just get out of here in time if the truck moves. Come on, move. Lovely. It's going to take us about 45 minutes, and I need to consider having a break. As I started at 4:45 this morning, I need a 15-minute at some point. Drive time 2 hours and 40, so we've got a while yet before we need to do that. Gonna have a bit of a play around with angles for driving. If you can let me know what ones you like, or if you like the mixture, or what you prefer, that'd be great in helping me tailor the content on this channel. So as this is my first full-length truck vlog, I thought I might as well give you some insight into who I am and what I do. I am Mikeb. I've been driving lorries for the best part of 8 years, I believe now, and started in the recovery sector, doing vehicle recovery, breakdown recovery, and moved into some ADR work, doing gases, and then moved into plant. I am a class 1 license holder, and I have done my fair share of class 1 work. I did used to have a beautiful Volvo FH 500 with a nice low loader trailer, which had an extended catwalk and bull bar lights. It was a lovely unit, working for another access company over in Nursling. Unfortunately I had to leave there due to just the cost of getting to work. I was commuting 33 miles each way every day, and with the cost of fuel so much, I left there. Joined Hire Access, which is where I am now, a few months back, and they've been absolutely great and welcomed me in. Although I am driving class 2 now, really with the factoring in the cost of fuel savings and the time savings, I'm a lot better off financially and time wise. I do have a 26-ton Iveco. I know Ivecos aren't the nicest truck in the world, but actually this one's really good. It is a sleeper cab, which is rare for a class 2 plant lorry, but I've got a bed and I've got a fridge freezer, which is amazing. So it gives me lots of options for food on the road and nice cold drinks. It's also got rear steer as well, which is an absolute godsend, like earlier with those lanes that you just can't do in a rigid non-rear steer. So yeah, it's a good truck. It's got adaptive cruise control. It's got good working aircon, and yeah, it's a nice enough truck for me. It does the job. I enjoy being in it. I've decided to start vlogging mainly because, one, I enjoy watching the videos myself. I've been a big follower of Luke C and Kev T, and a lot of other ones as well. And there's not very many people that do access, doing like the scissor lifts and the cherry pickers and plant. So I thought it'd be a bit different. and show you guys this side of the job. Apparently, not many people want to do this job for a living because it's quite faffy and you can get very wet. But I enjoy it. It's interesting. We go to some really mad places, bushes. Yeah, we do go to some pretty cool places and move around some pretty cool machines. I do like going up high, and I will at some point take you guys up on a taller lift, up as high as we can go. I do actually also have a drone, which I will send up from now and then when I get the time and the weather conditions are right, so we can do some drone footage of unloading and reloading, and maybe even some slow speed driving as well, which would be quite cool from the third person. Well, we are literally just a few minutes away now, and it's a nice uneventful drive, which is lovely. Just entering Havant and TSL. There's a big entrance. We will go in there then. Put some beacons on. This road is mucky. You know what? Just judging by that, it looks like it's an Amazon building. But I don't know. So don't hold me to it. Hello mate, I've got a scissor lift delivery for you guys. What have we got? Okay, we are unloaded and heading out of this site. It is mad here. It's a busy old site. It is a Amazon building being built. We just had one of these down the road from our yard. Absolutely massive. And the thing you can see on your right hand side now is actually a multi-story like car park loading area for all the Amazon vans. It's pretty insane. They did want me to drive under and actually through the building, but unfortunately I was too high, so I had to unload in the road. We'll just try to get out of here now, following the road sweeper, because they've got obviously contracts to try and keep the roads as clean as possible. Yeah, we're heading down to B&Q in Portsmouth now to pick up another little electric scissor lift, head back to the yard, unload these two, and then I've got 2 more collections local to the yard, so it's not too bad. I've got to have a break very shortly. This is B&Q, and it looks like there's a bit of a wait to get in, so that's fun. I'll pull over this side. I can see the machine I need. It's just whether I can get in to get it. I have loaded up the scissor lift now. Couldn't film in the B&Q yard, but it took me a while to get in. We've got 3 lorries waiting here to tip, so obviously they get a bit confused on order. Well, obviously all I need to do is grab a scissor lift and be gone, but that's all done now. We're now heading back to the yard to unload, and then we've got a couple, I believe. Let's have a look quickly. That's done. I've got 3 more collections to do. Whether I get them all done today, I don't know. We shall see how that goes. But yeah, I'll catch up back on the road very shortly. Oh dear. It is a tipper lorry that's on fire. It's just finished, that's not ideal. Right, we have a change of plan. So I was going to go back to the yard and unload the 2 machines and then have the 3 collections, but actually it would be much easier if I go and do one of the collections now on the way back to the yard. It just means I've got to shuffle one of the machines over, but by doing that it will make life a bit easier on the other end and save quite a bit of time. So we're now going to a car body shop to pick up another electric scissor lift, a 26 or 2032 electric scissor lift. We put that beside the one we picked up from B&Q and then head back to the yard. So that's the plan now. And then once we've unloaded, I've got one in Waven Cargo, or whatever you call it, Wyvern Cargo, and I've got one at the Tank Museum, which will be in a good drive. So just get over this bridge, up around a few roundabouts, and we'll be at our collection. If you're not familiar with the area, this is Longham Bridge, and it can be tight for lorries, so we tend to give way to anyone on the bridge. And this foreign guy is definitely taking it narrow, taking it a bit wide. Okay. What are you doing? Oh, his mirror. Oh, he's had his mirror clipped. Okay. Fair enough. As I said, this bridge can be tight, so maybe another lorry's come around and clipped his mirror. Yeah, we're going to their depot, Waven Cargo, and he's going to give me a bit of a leeway, which is nice of him. Thank you very much. There we go. Okay, so here we go. Nice tight road. I've been down here before when I used to work for GRS in the recovery trucks, bringing down disabled cars. I'm going to wait for these people, I think, so I don't run anybody over. Thank you very much. Just got to watch out of this little wall that sticks out here, because we don't want to be hitting into those. There's our scissor lift, which is wonderful. We just need to get up and under and through and out the other side without hitting any cars. So normally I can get in here and spin around, but what I'll do is I'll load up here. Yeah, loads of room to turn around, that's great. So I'll load up here and then drive out. We are unloaded and back out on the road, heading to Wyvern, whatever you want to call it, transport yard, pick up their one that's there, and then head to Bovington Tank Museum to pick up another little one there. Might even get to see some tanks. Well, we definitely will on the way in, but I don't know if we're getting moving tanks. Sometimes you do. We shall see. loaded up and heading out of their yard. I will get back to recording once I get nearer the tank museum. So we're just come up to the tank museum now, and should see a few tanks on our way through. I doubt at this time of night or day there'll be many moving around, but we never know. Just turning in here now. I see one up on the hill, which is nice. Left there is their display area, so they do lots of displays for the public, which is really cool. Well worth a visit if you're in the area. Another tank up on the hill. That one's a bit of a tired looking one. I always think they look really good with the scoops on the front. Nice old Jag over there. I can just see our machine dead in front. Try and avoid the puddles if I can, so I don't have to try and winch it up, because these wheels can be a bit of a nightmare. Right, let's take a look, shall we? Right, got it loaded up. It's a bit of a nightmare. The battery died just as it went on, but it's all chained up, and I've got the basket hanging over the end. As you can see, it's strapped. And it's got the warning triangle as well. Lights are still perfectly visible, so that's loaded up. Let's get it back to the yard. A few more tanks in there. Lovely. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's video and my first ever official truck vlog. They will get better with time, things will get better, audio will get better, I'll be able to use the drone as well. Yeah, stick with it. If you did enjoy it, please do give us a like, but most importantly, throw me a comment and just let me know what you thought and if there's anything I can improve on. That'd be really helpful for me as I venture into the world of truck vlogging. Yeah, have a great evening or morning, whichever way you're doing. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.